Wolaitta is one of the densely populated zones in Ethiopia, and education is one of the basic social needs the zone is doing its level best to cater to. As per the government's push to promote primary education coverage in the country, during the past years, 275 primary schools that came into being are currently accommodating students in the zone, including those in the far-flung corners. Gurumo Koisha Primary School is among them. Although there are many signs that showcase Gurumo Koisha School is displaying significant strides, the increase in the rate of student enrollment is the major achievement witnessed in the school. 4 years back, out of a total number of 2,575 students registered at the beginning of the academic year above, 92 or 3.6% students had abandoned school in the second half of the same year for various reasons. But in the first semester of 2014-2015, only 0.1% or 4 students out of 3,336 had dropped out of school. The role of teachers and residents of the surrounding community is attributed to the reversal of attrition of students witnessed in the Woreda school. 4 years back, teachers of the school left their school compound entrusted with a special mission and traveled to one of the nearby homes located at the surrounding qabeles. It was Masarat Taklamariam's house they visited first. Masarat is a resident of Gurumo Koisha Qabele. Masarat hails from a community in the low-income bracket. As a breadwinner of her family, she makes out a living from subsistence agriculture. Masarat, who is a widow, is a mother of 3 children, 2 daughters and a son. She had managed to attend formal education till grade 9.
ከሱ ጋር 3 ልጆች ነበሩ። የወለድኳቸው 3 ልጆች ናቸው። የሱ ታላቅ የመጀመሪያዋ ነበረች። እሷም 3ቱም ይማሩ ነበር። አሁን ከአባታቸው ከሞተ በኋላ በችግር አንፃር እስከ 10ኛ ክፍል የተማረች ልጅ አሁን እንግዲህ ጫማ ያስፈልጋል የቤት ኪራይ ቀለብ ምናምን ስትጠይቀኝ እስከ 10ኛ ክፍል ተምራ ነበር። ባለመቻሌ እሷም ተጨናነቀችና ትምህርቱን ትታ እስከ 6ኛ ክፍል የተማረች ነበረች። ባላገባች አሁን ይሄን ልጅ ወለደች።
Although Masarat faced different misfortunes, she harbors a big dream of changing the faith of her children. She is determined her children should get a better education that could allow them to lead a better life. It is expectant of a rosy future for her children she is blessed to send to school. Though a widow, single-handedly she tried her best. As time went by, she could not keep her children at school because she couldn't handle the hurdles that life had in store for her. One after the other, 3 of her children had to stop going to school. One evening, a salvation arrived from unexpected corner. A good news hailing from Gurumo Koisha school landed on her doorstep.
አሁን ከሁለቱ ቀርቼ ይሄኛው ልጅ እንዴት አድርጌ ላስተምረው ነው? እሱም ደግሞ አይ ማሴ አንቺስ አትችይኝ፣ እኔም በቃ ትምህርቱን ጥዬ እንደ የቀን ሰራተኛ ሆኜ በላለሁ ሲል ከኔ ከቀረ ከልጆቼ ከሁለቱ ቀርቷል። አሁን ደግሞ ካንተ በቃል እነሱ ሴቶች ናቸው ባል ቢያገቡም ይበላሉ፣ ግን አንተ ወዴት ነው? ያንተስ መውረሻ ምንድን ነው ብዬ ምክር ብቻ እየሰጠው ነው።
Brooke resumed attending school, which she likes a lot. Brooke, who is 14, is the only son of Masarat. 5 years back, while a 5th grader, he was forced to quit school. Now he's attending grade 8 at the same school. Apart from being clever, he is a high-ranking student. He never forgets all the psychological damages he endured during those sad and lonely days. He was pushed away from the banquet of education many enjoy.
ጠዋት ቤተ ክርስቲያን እንጂ ትምህርትን እማራለሁ ከሰዓት መጥቼ ደግሞ የተለያዩ ስራዎችን እርሻ ላይ ወጥቼ ማሳውን ያው መቆፈር ደግሞ ለሚሳ ስኳር ድንች መቆፈር እንደገና ደግሞ እንጨት መፍለጥ ውሃ በመምጣት እንደ ህፃን ሆኜ ያንን ሁሉ ቡና አፈላለሁ እንደ ሴት ማለት ነው ያንን ስራ ሁሉ ሰራለሁ ትምህርት ቤቱ ማቋረጥ በጣም ያሳዝነን ነበር ግን ያሳዝናል ግን ደግሞ እናቴን መርዳት ግን ደግሞ ለኔ ከፍተኛ የሆነ ክብር ይሰማኝ ሁለቱም እኩል አያለሁ ማለት ነው ዛኔ
Financial constraints that tightened its noose on the family was one of the main reasons that forced Brooke, who even had the knack to tutor his fellow classmates, to abandon his education. Now, even if he had managed to continue his education, he is still disturbed by his sister's misery because they are out of school.
እግዚአብሔር ከፈቀደ ያው አሁን መርዳት አልችልም እኔ ራስም ያው አቅም እንደዛ ከፍተኛ አይደለም ግን ትምህርት ሰጣቸዋለሁ ያው ከዛ መታችሁ መማር አለባችሁ ብዬ አንዷ ያው ባል የገባችሁ እዛቱ እሷ ደግሞ ያው ከተማ የምትሰራው ያው እዚህ መተሽ መማር አለብሽ ከተማ ላይ መሮጥ ዋጋ የለም እዚህ ተምረሽ ችግር የለም ክራይቴሪያን እግዚአብሔር ከፈቀደ ያው የተቸገረን ተምረን ጥሩ ደረጃ እንደርሳለን ብዬ መክራታለሁ እሷ እዚህ አጥገብ ኖራት ማለት ነው ወደፊትም ያው እሱ እግዚአብሔር ያውቃል አላውቅም
The youngest of his eldest sisters, Ainalam, was also clever as he is. Her schooling was interrupted due to economic challenges and the wrong perceptions of her mother, who at the time thought that it is better if a girl quit school than a boy. The same is true for the oldest daughter of Brooke's family. Brooke does not exactly know where or in what situation she is in. The only thing he knows about her is that she left for Addis Ababa seeking a better life. Ainalam, like her mother, eventually ended up being a victim of early marriage before she stood a chance, like the one Brooke got. Now she looks after her child. The news that took Brooke by surprise and put him in a rapture of joy has found echoes in the ears and hearts of many other students living in Boloso Sore district of Wolaitta Zone as well. This news has allowed 420 students to start living their dreams. It lets them re-enroll back into school. Now they have a bright future ahead of them.
And the willing of God, when I complete my education, I want to be a doctor in the future to save people's life.
The underlying factors for dropping out of school in the locality are many. The economic restraint that Brooke experienced is the prominent one. There are also many other setbacks, such as biased and daunting attitude towards girls' education. Sadly, such attitudes are deeply entrenched in the psyche of the society. Miss Ghana is one of the brilliant students of Dola Primary School. She was a victim of such biased and discouraging attitudes the community held towards girls' education. She was forced to quit school and help her mother out in domestic chores for 2 years.
Gurang iskopedendada mechetada tukedo esano bada tukedo esada asa ushada iqa ayga denta simada hato bada hata peyada asi laada wotada mizada dentada laada mizoga iqa dentada iqa mechada
ayba ootada maataadu umarsa eran buucada buuca simada kawado ayba wotada kawado mizada saate igakkeeda iskay.
Just like Brooke, Ms. Ghana realized her dreams thanks to the mission the school teachers came up with, a mission dedicated to helping girls and marginalized children restart school. It is indeed a mission that paved the way to many rural girls like Ms. Ghana to escape from aggression and despair. Ms. Ghana recounts all the grueling pain she went through at the time she dropped out of school as follows.
Zigido wode so asay onake naati tamaaridi tokkasa ayba gakkiko ta asi guye attaysa ayba yaage sittes.
Upon hearing the dropping out of Ms. Ghana from school, her teachers held a discussion with her parents, and then they brought her back to school, where the crop of knowledge thrives to be harvested. In the old days, despite the fact that girls being academically as competent as boys, they were accorded less attention. Ms. Ghana was subject to the same tragedy. Even if she excelled in her education, she was coerced to abandon school due to the wrong perception upheld by society members, particularly by her father. The negative attitude still lingering over from the past towards girls' education was the major factor that forced many girls to quit school.
ምስጋና ያቋረጠችበት ምክንያት ያው ሴት ልጁን ማስተማር ያን ያህል አባቶችም ያሉ አይ ሴት ልጆቹን አታስተምሩ ድሮም ሴት ልጆች አይማሩም ቢማሩም ውጤት የላቸውም ሰው ነው የሚይዝ ሰው ነው ይይዛሉ ስለዚህ አታስተምረው ወንድ ልጅን አስተምር በደንብ ያዘው በደንብ ኮትኩተው ለሱ የሚያስፈልገውን ነገር አሙላው ሴት ልጅን ማስተማር ተው ብሎ አባታቸውን ሞተዋል ሰመክሮኝ እነም ያው የአባታቸውን ምክር ይቀበላለሁ ያልኩ አላሳዘንም ያልኩ ያው የተወሰነ ጊዜ ትምህርቱን እንድታቋርጥ አደረኩ የቤት ስራውን ቤት ማዘሮን እንድትረዳ ያው ያደረኩ እሷም ደግሞ ማዘሮን የረዳች ትምህርቱን ለሁለት አመት ያህል አቋርጣለች።
As she stood out amongst her peers before dropping out of school, Ms. Ghana has once more continued showing a wonderful performance. She is even envied by her peers and viewed as a role model worth emulating by other students. And she is active in different girls' club activities in her school and the community. It was during the last 3 years aggressive and rigorous efforts were made in 22 primary schools located at Boloso Sore districts to address the cases of school dropouts triggered by wrong perceptions and economic constraints. Wolaitta Development Association and Plan International Ethiopia have been behind the faith for the returning back to school for the girls and marginalized group, as per the project entitled Friendly Schools for Girls and Marginalized Children, which lasted for 3 years.
When we see the overall goal of the project, that is to improve the quality primary education, and by improving the transferring rate and to stay that the girls within the primary level and to help them to complete their primary education. That is the goal. And within this, that the girls and the marginalized students had given a great attention.
Creating a conducive environment for girls and marginalized children and the teaching-learning process was the main objective of the project. It is in this light that teachers were provided with the necessary training on how to treat and handle girls and marginalized children at schools. Accordingly, in an unprecedented move, these teachers have taken a step to bring these segments of students back to school. The heartbroken teachers and community members of the surrounding areas going door to door, have made extensive efforts to convince the society to send their girls and marginalized children back to school. What is more, they also motivated the community to help enroll all children at schools.
ቤት ለቤት አሰሳ ማድረግ የጀመርነው ፕላን ከመጣ ወዲህ ነው ከ2004 ጀምሮ ማለት ነው። ከዚህ በፊት በርግጥ እቅዱ አለ ግን የተጠናከረ አይደለም። ብዙ ተጠናክሮ ይሄን ያህል የታየ ነገር የለም። ግን ከ2004 ጀምሮ መምህራንን በማስተባበር ጥሩ ግንዛቤ መምህራን እንዲያገኙ አሁን ፕላን ኢንተርናሽናል ለእያንዳንዱ በተለይ ለሴት መምህራን ስልጠና ይሰጣል። ያ ስልጠና ደግሞ መምህራን በሙሉ ቀይሯል።
አሁን እኛ ስንሄድ ደግሞ ሰዎቹ ወንድ ቦን ወዲያውን ይልካሉ። ሴቶች ሲሆን ደግሞ አሁንም አይልኩም። እኛ ደግሞ ሄደን ለነሱ ነገርን አሳምነን ከተቸገረ ነገር ካለ እስክብርቶ ሆነ ደብተር ሆነ ድርጅቱ ይሰጣል። ሴቶችንም ላኩ ብለን አሳምነን እነሱን በሰቦቹን አይልኩም። እነሱ ደግሞ ሴቶችንም ይቅሩ ይስሩ የበስራን ሰው ይዛው የሚያስፈልገውን ከዚህ በፊት ማልያድም እኔም አሁን ነው የሚሄደው። ለነም አሁን ድርጅት ከገባ በኋላ ወዲያው ገባ። ከዚህ በፊትም ግን አውቃለሁ እስከ ቤታቸው አልሄድም ከዚህ በፊት። አሁን ግን እስከ ቤታቸው ሄጄ አሳምነ ለነሱ ነግሬ አመጣለሁ።
These trends have flickered rays of hope to children like Brooke and Miss Ghana, who are keen to learn and are gifted with high intelligence, to do well academically but tragically remained out of school. The provision of educational materials for students of the selected 22 schools, the creation of friendly school environment for girls and marginalized children, and the works being done to bring behavioral changes have been the contributing factors in bringing students back to school. A total of 1,094 students returned to school after dropping out. 2,306 girls and marginalized groups have gotten the chance to continue their education. Marginalized children who have never set foot on a school compound too have become beneficiaries. Above all, the friendly school environment created for girls and marginalized children has been impressive in scaling up the academic performance of these students.
ከ2004 በፊት በጣም የሴቶች ውጤት ዝቅ ያለ ነው። ግን አምና ላይ በሚኒስትሪ ራሱ አንድ ተማሪ አልወደቀም በዶላ ትምህርት ቤት። በወረዳው ራሱ በጣም የሚገርም አንድ ተማሪ በሚኒስትሪ አልወደቀም። በፊት ግን ሴቶች በሚኒስትሪ ራሱ የሚወድቁት ቁጥራቸው የሚበዛው የሴቶች ነው ከወንዶቹ ማለት ነው። ብዙ ሴቶች ወዳቂ ነበሩ። ግን አሁን ሙሉ በሙሉ ለውጥ በማምጣት ያው ወደ 9ኛ ክፍል አልፈዋል። ይሄ ማለት ትልቅ ለውጥ ነው። ሁለተኛ ደግሞ ብዙ ተሸላሚ ተማሪዎች በደረጃ በመውጣት ለምሳሌ አምና ላይ 10 ሴባ የተባለች ተማሪ ካሉ ተማሪዎች ተወዳድራ አንደኛ በመውጣት በወልማ የመማር እድል አግኝታለች።
Nazanet Yasin is a student of grade 7. She remembers how she was badly treated by other students of the school in the dark days of the past.
Amstayna foundation. Gyoga koiro galasayin dika oidara kantis emon tamarnati gyoga tamarnati daro alla saminta yazuga kakkanashin gadan hiqaqagidi demo hanena qaladen cayrosuna cawo gafisemo gafisene kase modese bayna wode gyoga modese yisemina ay taqametas tana gakerenna chigire.
The behavioral change the school community managed to bring among the community and students, as well as the counseling services she got, has helped her to avoid fear and build confidence. Now she tackles every problem she comes across with more confidence and strong determination to succeed in anything she sets her mind to.
ጋከ በጊ ኮኑ ካሰ ለምሳሌ ሀቺ ተማሪ ሲዲ ፈይዶጋ ኤሮኮ አጊ ሶ ቢቼት አስ ወንቶ ይዲካ ወንቶ ኮይጋተ ሳሚን ተብሎ ኢፍሬደ ባናጋ ከናሽን yokono timirte geeti hegafe dendidagan faatana yogode zero demoson woyko isso demoson haigin hage modese yimakin frede yinka agidi bokona yidi taqametosona timirtiya bantaga kaalidi qasiya ipaya shilo demidosona giyo
16 ዓመት ቆይቻለሁ ከዚህ በፊት ሴቶች ትምህርት ቤት በመቶ ክፍል ለትምህርት ሲማሩ በጣም ችግር ያጋጥሟቸው ነበር ስፔሻሊ ወራባ በመጣበት ጊዜ እዛው ደስክ ላይ ቁጭ ብሎ 6 ሰዓት ድረስ ቁጭ ይላሉ ከዛ በኋላ ተማሪዎች እንኳን ሌሎች ጓደኞቹ እና ለወንዶችም ሆነ ረፍት ሲወጡ አይወጡም ያ እንዳይጋለጥ እዛው ከደስክ ጋር በቃ ቁጭ ብሎ እዛው እስከ 6 ከሩ ይቆያሉ በዛ ላይ ደግሞ ትምህርት መምህር ሲያስተምር ውስጥ ተጽዕኖ ስላላቸው ባገባ ይቀበሉ ውስጣዊ ተጽዕኖ አላቸው በዚህ ሁኔታ አሁን መምህሩ በሚያስተምር ጊዜ በደም አይከታተሉም ያ ውስጣዊ ተጽዕኖ ከመምህሩ ከሚያስተላልፈው ትምህርት ባገባ እንዳይከተል ብዙ ተጽዕኖ አድርሷል በዚህ ሁኔታ አሁን ፕላን ኢንተርናሽናል ድርጅት አሁን ወደዚህ አካባቢ ከመጣ ወዲህ አሁን ሴቶች ካውንስል ተቋቁሞ ከዛ በኋላ ሞዴስ ተዘጋጅቶ ሴቶች ሁሉ አሁን በነጻነት እዛ መጥተው አሁን በሞዴስ ክፍል እዛ አርፎ በደንብ በነጻነት ራሳቸው ከዛ ተጻራቶ ምን ብሎ ከዛ ወደ ክፍል ይመለሳሉ ያ ህፍረት ሁሉ ከዚህ በፊት የነበረው ሁሉ ተወግደው ትምህርታቸው በነጻነት ይከታተላሉ
The girls' reading and counseling rooms built and furnished by Wolaitta Development Association in collaboration with Plan International Ethiopia. In this regard, is the primary tool that played quite a role in breaking the bottlenecks that the schools were facing. In fact, the services given at the centers have brought a significant change amongst the girls. It gave them a relief from humiliation and spared them embarrassments. Girl students are receiving counseling and other supports at the centers.
እነዚህን እርዳታዎች ካገኘን በኋላ እንደ ትምህርት ቤት የመጣው ለውጥ ምንድነው አንደኛ የሴት ተማሪዎች የትምህርት ተሳትፎ ጨምሯል ሌላው ሴት ተማሪዎች ከዚህ በፊት ወደ ትምህርት ቤት በነጻነት አይመጡም ነበር የስራ ጫና አለባቸው ለቲቶሪያል ሲጠሩ በስነ ስርዓት ለሜካፕ ሲጠሩ ወደ ትምህርት ቤት የመምጣት ነገራቸው አነስተኛ ነበር አሁን ግን በነጻነት ከወላጆች ጋር ተወያይተን ባመጣነው ለውጥ ተማሪው ወደ ትምህርት ቤት መጥቶ ቲቶሪያል ትምህርት ተጨማሪውን ትምህርት በነጻነት ይማራል መጠነ ማርፈድ እጅግ በጣም ቀንሷል እንደገና የመጠነ መድገሙም ነገር ውጤታቸው ተሻሽሏል ለምሳሌ ከዚህ በፊት ወደ 5% ያህል ተማሪዎች ይደግሙ ነበር አሁን ግን መጠነ መድገም ሴት ተማሪዎች ይደግሙ ነበር ግን አሁን መጠነ መድገም የሚባል ነገር የለም ሴት ተማሪዎች 8ኛ ክፍል እንኳን ሙሉ በሙሉ ነው ያለፉት ሴትም ወንድም የደገመ የለም በብሔራዊ ፈተና ጨምር
Students who are relatively poor in academic performance now enjoy tutorial classes. Families of the students are convinced on the advantage of sending their girl students to school for further supportive education out of regular learning time. The third grader Sanait, before attending tutorial sessions, was scoring an average mark of 60 to 70. By the time she reached the 5th grade, her score was well above 95 after attending a tutorial class.
Kasa gidi ko amnistia sidistia sabatia kio ashina I andia ke dabas andia aiko uletia ke da uletan andana ke dabas.
The major target schools of the project were being made to facilitate different motivational activities as to help students get a good mark. Those students who scored high were awarded with accolades, and activities were carried out to increase a sense of competition among students as well. The 3 years project was executed in 12 schools and 10 other schools located at Boloso Sore district. directly and indirectly, respectively. The support can be viewed from two perspectives. The first is to bridge the awareness gap of the surrounding and the school community towards girls and marginalized children. Accordingly, extensive training was given to different sections of the community. The behavioral change they sought for was not long in coming, and they have changed themselves and others in terms of attitude.
ሴቶች ካውንስል ወኘ ሲሰራ መጀመሪያ ላይ ይሄ ሞደስ መጣ ሞደስ እንዴት ለልጆች ላስተላልፍ እንዴት ላስተምር በምን እፍረት ነበረኝ እኔ ካፈርኩኝ እነሱስ እንዴት ይቀበሉ ብዬ ለራሴ እንትን ስል ከዛ ተንተርሼ እኔማ ደፍሬ መናገር አለብኝ በማለት በድፍረት ለልጆች አስተማርኩኝ ከኔ የበለጠ ደግሞ ደፋሮችን አገኘዋቸው በጣም ደፍረው እንዲሆኑብኛል እኔ ፈሬድ መጥቷል ሞደስ ይሰጠኝ የሚሉ ተማሪዎችን አገኘዋቸው እኔም ደስ አለኝ በጣም በኩራት ተኩራርቼ ስራውን መስራት ጀመርኩኝ እና ተማሪዎችም እነዚህ ሴት ተማሪዎች በእኛ ፈረቃም ሆነ በዛኛው ፈረቃ ያሉ ሴት ተማሪዎች ደፋሮች ነበሩ መጀመሪያ አልነበሩም ፍርሃት ነበራቸው የደረሰባቸው ነገር በድፍረት መግለጽን አያውቁም ግን ይሄ ከ3 አመት ወዲህ በጣም ድፍረት ያለው ተማሪዎችን ወይም ሴት ተማሪዎችን አፍርተናቸዋል ለምን ደስ ይለናል
እኔውን በራሴ አሁን ከዚህ እዚህ አይደለም መሰራው ታች ወጣግሾ የሚባልበት ቦታ ሲሰራ ቅድም በያለው ሴት መምህር አልነበረችም ከዛ በጣም አፍራለሁ ይሄ ፔሪድ ሲመጣ ምን እንዲህ አይነት ነገር ሆነ ከዚህ በፊት ማለት ነው በጣም አፍር ነበረ አሁን በዛ ገብቼ ከሰራውበት ወዲህ ማንኛውም አይነት ነገር ሳላፍር የሆነ ነገር ለመግለጽ ምናምን በጣም ደፍሬ እናገራለሁ በደፍሬ አወራለሁ በድፍረት ለነሱ ለመግለጽም ይሄ እንዲ ጥሩ አይደለም እንዲ ካረጋችሁ እንዲ ለኛ ነገሩ በማለት በጣም የሆነ ድጋፍ ሰጣለሁ ለራሴ ተለውጤ ለነሱ ድጋፍ ለመስጠት ሁሉ ይችላልው
ድሮ አላደርግ አልገባልኝማ እኔም እፈራለሁ ወንዶቹን አይቼ እጅ በሩቁ ደናደርክ እላለሁ እንጂ እንደዚህ ተጠጋግቼ አሁን ወንድም መምህር አለማየውን እንደ አለማየው እንደዚህ ተቀምጬ አወርቼ አላቅም ከዚህ በፊት ያው ወጣ ብዬ ይቀመጣለሁ ከዛ አሁን ፍላን ኢንተርናሽናል ድርጅት ከገባ ወዲህ ነው መጠጋጋትና መስማማት የተጀመረው በዚህ ትምህርት ቤት
The other one is the provision of stationary materials and counseling services for girls and marginalized children. As part of the project, poor students were offered with educational materials. Brooke and other students are among the beneficiaries of this support. Creating friendly school environment for girls and marginalized students was the other aim of the project. Reading rooms, counseling rooms, and classrooms were built and renewed as needed. They as well were equipped to make learning easy for students. This in turn has helped students, particularly girls and marginalized children, score better than before. Asrat Sabba was once forced to quit school and stay at home due to the pressure of her family. Then she restarted school with the salvation work of this project. After she came back to school, Asrat passed with flying colors and the grade 8 national examination and joined Wolaitta Lika Secondary and Primary School, which is a boarding school. Surprisingly, she succeeded more than her peers that were more fortunate than she was.
ኮር አንድ ፍጉለት ያልሽን አዋቂ ሲጋፍ ከተጠለደ አየ ተማስሽን አየ ዋተራ በተማስሽን አቃሲ ላፉንተ ክላስን ተደሻይ ቃቃሱ ያትን ሄጋፕስ ምን አይቂን ሶንቃ አሰናት በእናጋር ሜቲስተሩ ኦቲዮ ጋራ ቲኪዮ ጋራ አይባ ካቲዮ ጋራ ሜቲ ሚኒስትሪ አይባካ ሱር አጣናራ ኦርታቤክ ዳሪን ኦሰት በእና ሄጋዳን አሲ ሀጋው አሲ ሆስፑንታ ክላስ ሚኒስትሪ ኦርታ ማከራ ፈተና ተራ አላስ አዳጋን አሲ ገለዳ ጋን ወልማይ ከታይ ባይሚን ካታጋን ደይን አሲ አልጋይ ባይሚን ዶርሚያ በናጻደስ ላይብራሪ አይበማታንዲ አገረዲ ኮሮ ትምርት ተሂኒ house sate ka na an bagayran way sate dangat library ka house andes timirte get haya ga yara gibben tamares gibben as library matan gelarat anais as katta ka imetes walma imes dorme ba natsades algay ba ka imin natsades.
She is now attending her education, being fulfilled with necessary and basic needs, as Asrat now proves that she is in a better condition. She believes that she could easily materialize her future dreams. The recently refurbished centers are equipped with all the necessary materials needed as part of the project's goals. A total of 8 reading and service delivery rooms were maintained for the girls during the project's life. ICT centers were established with the provision of necessary technologies in 4 schools. Computers were also donated to the schools. The trained teachers are now serving girls and marginalized students with a better understanding and preparation. Hence, the academic performance of girl students who are learning in the selected schools is stepping up from time to time.
ካሉን አጠቃላይ ሴት ተማሪዎች መሃል ወደ 20% በራንክ የሚወጣ ነው። 20% በራንክ ከአንድ እስከ 3 ባለው ደረጃ የሚወጣልን ተማሪ ነው የተገኘው። ይሄ ማለት ለኛ ትልቅ ለውጥ ነው።
Apart from the excellence of the aforementioned students, the behavioral change they have brought is worth mentioning. Unlike in the past, these students are the leading participants of school clubs and other activities. The district of Boloso Sore, motivated by the achievements registered in its respective schools, has shown progress in the learning and teaching process compared to other similar districts.
ከ2003 አካባቢ የተማሪ መጠን ማቋረጥ ሁሉ 12% ነበር። ከዛ 2004 7% ነበር። 2004 ደግሞ 4.2 ሆነ። 2005 2.9 ሆነ። 2006 0.7 ነው። ይሄ ማለት ከክልሉ ስታንዳርድ በታች ነው የሆነው። እዚህ አሁን በአጠቃላይ ደቡብ ክልል ከ1% በታች የሆነ ወረዳ የለም። የወላይታ ዞን አጠቃላይ በመጠን ማቋረጥ ዝቅተኛ የሚባለው 1.74% ነው። ስለዚህ የኛ ግን 0.7% ከጠቅላላ ተማሪ ወደ 403 ተማሪ ብቻ ያቋረጠበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው። ይሄንን ለማድረግ አሁን በፕላን በተዘረጋው ፕሮግራም አንዱ የቤት ለቤት ጉብኝት አለ። ተማሪ እንዳያቋርጥ እንዳይቀር በትምህርት ወደ ኋላ የሚል ልጅ ካለ እሱ ጋር መምህራን በፕሮግራም ቤት ይሄዳሉ። ችግሩ ምን እንደሆነ ይለያሉ። ከዛ በኋላ ለትምህርት ቤቱ ያቀርባሉ። በዚህ ምክንያት የተማሪ መጠን ማቋረጥ ሁሉ በከፍተኛ ሁኔታ የቀነሰበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው። የተማሪ ደግሞ ውጤት የተሻሻለበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው። የሴት ተማሪዎች ትምህርት ተሳትፎ የጨመረበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው።
የተለያዩ ስልጠናዎች ደግሞ የተሰጡናሉ። ስልጠናዎቹ ምን ናቸው? አቅምን የማጎልበት ስልጠና፣ በአመራርነት በመንሰራው ስራም ለመምራንም ለክበባት የክህሎት ስልጠና በመስጠት የተለያዩ ስልጠና በመስጠት ህፃናት በራሳቸው የራሳቸው ክህሎት ኖሯቸው በተለያየ መልኩ እንዲንቀሳቀሱ በትምህርት ቤት ደረጃ ተደራጅተው እንዲንቀሳቀሱ በተለይ ለክበባት የተሰጠው ስልጠና ትልቅ ሚና ነበረው። ሴት ተማሪዎችን የክበቡ ስልጠና መቼም እኩል ነበር ተሳታፊ የሚያደርገው ሴቶችንም ወንዶችንም ህፃናትንም እና ትልቅ ለውጥ ነበር። የወረዳችን እንደ ዞን ሁለተኛ ነው የወጣው ያው በትምህርት ስራ ማለት ነው። ያ ዋናው ደግሞ ትልቁ ውጤት ምንድነው? የሴቶች በሴቶች ተሳትፎ በስርዓተ ጾታ የተሰራው ስራ ትልቅ ሚና ነበረው።
ወረዳው 9ኛ ነበር የወጣው አጠቃላይ በዞኑ ደረጃ 9ኛ ከሆነበት 2004 ላይ ወደ 3ኛ መጣን። 2005 3ኛ ጨመር 2006 ሁለተኛ ነው በዞን ደረጃ ወጣው። በውጤትም በክልል ደረጃ አሁን እኛ ተማሪ ከ50 በላይ 8ኛ ክፍል ከ37 ነበር የምታርገው። ከ50 በላይ ማለፊያ ቢሆን 91% ነው ያመጣው።
It has been 15 years since the re-establishment of Wolaitta Development Association. It has registered remarkable gains in elevating the socio-economic challenges of the society it stands for. This education project is not the first that the Wolaitta Development Association has implemented.
In education, we have human capital development. In this sector, we have education. Under education programs, we have so many constructions and so many supports and so on. But in this project, we highly worked on the issue of girls. This makes difference. And the other thing, we stick to the marginalized students. Still, this makes difference. And also, we didn't work on parent network and parent assembly and so on. And in other projects, we had so many types of activities, but we didn't have this type of activity. Therefore, these and others make the project different.
In the project implementation, that the project activities framed in the form of addressing the holistic need of education, especially improving the quality and the access of education. For example, there were soft component activities, projects conducted, and hardware supply again supported with that soft component. And that is a special one.
Though the project phased out at the end of 2014, its legacy has remained at the school and among the school's community. Perhaps the strides made through the income-generating activity of the project and the behavioral change of the community can last for long. The surrounding communities of the district are still keen to see the continuation of the project. They even insist that this kind of project needs to be replicated in other schools. According to Wolaitta Zone University, which was one of the stakeholders of the project was by far successful and fruitful as compared to any other previous education-related projects in which they had taken part.
I would like to thank really Plan International Ethiopia and the Wolaitta Development Association and also Wolaitta University, because in all the training areas I saw that they were very much successful. And finally, I would like to ask this, Plan International Ethiopia and Wolaitta Development Association to expand the project to, as I have already said, to other places. It was very, very successful.
Well, I have one thing, that is appreciation to Plan International and the partners, especially the government as well as the school communities. They gave us a lot, gave us their time, their energy and so on. Because of that, we were successful. Therefore, I have so many thanks for this all.
Kabana hinda, Daisho hinda, Nune kabana hinda.